Hello, this is Mike Jennings, head golf professional at Pine Oaks Golf Course. With us again today is Bill Fuller, head superintendent here at Pine Oaks. Today we're going to talk to you a little bit about hole locations. Quite often folks come in and they question and say, boy, I wish you could move a pin in a certain location because it's easier for us. Sometimes holes can be in locations that are flatter, easier to putt, so we as golfers tend to like them in the easiest location possible. Unfortunately, that's not always the best thing for the condition of the grass. Folks like Bill that are responsible for making sure that grass is in good condition have to be aware of that, and as a result, quite often have to change the hole locations, put them in different places, and ensure that we keep the quality of grass consistent throughout the summer. Bill's with us today. He's going to talk to you a little bit today about why we change the hole locations the way that we do, and also show you the process that we go through when we do change those holes.
Well, Mike, there's a couple of reasons why we change the holes as often as we do. We actually do that about 4 days a week. The primary reason is just to give the golfers variety. You know, you can really change the difficulty of a golf hole, the strategy of a golf hole by where you put the pin placement. So the first reason is just for variety to golfers. The second reason is more from a maintenance standpoint. Because if you think about it, every golfer on every hole ends up in the area around the pin. So that area can get worn down really quickly, it can get compacted. So from a maintenance aspect, we need to move those pins regularly to keep those areas from getting worn down. So that's the primary reasons we do it so often.
Awesome. People really underestimate too the amount of time that goes into changing these holes. It's really a big effort for our crew. It takes some time because it's not just one. We actually have 18 plus all the holes that's over on the practice green. Bill's going to show you a little bit about what it takes to actually change a hole, move it, and how that process goes. Bill, if you want to show them how we change the hole.
Sure, I'd be glad to. The first thing I do, Mike, is just make a twisting motion down, go down about halfway, and I lift that first part of the plug out of the new hole, and I transfer it over to the old location. Then I take a cup puller, pull the old cup out, move it to the new location. Then I'll make the second cut, and I try to be really careful not to mess up the edge of the turf or the edge of the cup as I'm digging the second part of the cut. And after I do that, I put it directly in the old spot. And then probably one of the most important aspects of this whole process is to get this plug back very evenly in with the surface of the green. The reason for that is we're mowing our greens at about 1/8 of an inch. So if I don't get that plug perfectly level, if I were to get it about 1/8 of an inch too high, the greens mower could come along and scalp that off, and then we'd have a dead spot. So this is an important aspect of the job. And as you can see, that's a little too high, so I have to pull that back out. Just make sure I get that thing very, very level. Then I take what's called a cup setter. What this does, Mike, is it sets the cup at regulation depth. You want this thing to go all the way to the ground, because if you were to get it in a little bit too shallow, a ball could hit the top of the cup and actually knock it out of the hole. So you just want to make sure that this thing goes all the way to the ground, sets the cup at regulation depth, and you can put the pin in, and we're ready for play.
Fantastic. Bill, thank you for showing us that. As you can see, it's a fairly complicated process. It does take some time, and also the main reason we're doing it is to help you, the player, so that we keep the quality conditions up and also give you some different varieties of shots to play. We'd really like to hear your feedback, questions, things you'd like to see us, topics you'd like to see us cover in upcoming shows. Feel free to log on to our website at www.johnsoncitygolf.org, shoot us an email, give us a call, and we'd be happy to answer your question in an upcoming show.